This is the Off-Grid Knives Enforcer. You've seen on my channel, and I've talked a lot about its bigger brother, the Enforcer XL, my car knife. It looks just like this, but blown up to a 4-inch blade. And it's got a giant glass breaker on the end. Otherwise, it looks the same. Well, this is the straight up Enforcer, the EDC version, and it's awesome. I love it. I've been opening up myself more and more to 3¼ inch blades. You know, I generally tend towards 3.5 or bigger. My ideal blade size is 4 inches. I just, because I started carrying early cold steels way back in the day, and everything was 4 inches back then. Things have gotten progressively smaller and more EDC-able, so to speak. And having a size limit that I don't go below allows me to avoid spending a lot of money for a lot of these great designs in this 3¼ inch range. And I'm starting to give myself the freedom to go there, and I'm finding some awesome knives, and this is one of them. I always liked the Enforcer XL. This just takes that and makes it more pocketable. Now the XL, I have to say, I don't think I've ever carried it, but I've used it plenty as it lives in my car, and I have, and I trust in it, and it gets daily use in that I use my car daily. So it's basically in the pocket of my car, in the door pocket. So quite literally. So great knife, great to have on me all the time, but not one that I throw in the pocket. It is rather large, rather heavy, and it's got this amazing, well, let me just show you a new version of it, a limited edition version of it. This is the Red Dawn edition of the Enforcer XL. This has 154 cm blade steel, which I love. There's that glass breaker I was talking about. But on the Enforcer XL, they have these rows of pyramids, knurling, if you will, and it's very sharp, and they've begun to knock them down a little bit. But on the first version of it, it's quite sharp and great for, you know, when you need a tight grip in a pinch, or you're wearing gloves or something like that. But this, they've kind of knocked it down a little bit, and if you can see, they've sort of sanded down the top of the peaks of those pyramids, and it's just more comfortable in the hand and way more easy and you know, less anxiety producing to put it in and out of your pockets. And by anxiety, my pocket's already chewed up. I don't need something to, you know, accelerate that, you know, by half. So this thing is really great as an EDC. This is in D2 blade steel. They do a great job with their D2. And how do I know that? Because I've got many off-grid knives. They are great, and they are my best and favorite cardboard knives in the various versions, especially this knife, the Cleaver V2. You can see I love cutting cardboard with this, but all of them are good, all of them, to a knife. Really good because the geometry is really good. They're very sharp, and they put this very slick coating on everything, so it just feels like it slips through material a little bit easier. This knife has outstanding bearing action, and like all off-grid knives, they have like a 10 flip break-in period. It's like they get up, do their stretches, and 10 push-ups in, they're good to go, you know, just like an old guy. But these break in, I swear to God, they're the smoothest knives, and they get that way after 10 flips at most. Not that they're in any way stiff, but they just, I don't know, they just break in so nicely. All of my off-grid knives are just butter, absolute butter. And except for this, I got to spend time with the Enforcer XL. I got 3 new off-grid knives in, and I've spent a lot of time with this one because I've been enjoying the reduced size, and then a different one that came in XL. So the Enforcer, this special one, I still need to break in and kind of love. It doesn't need to be broken in, people. I mean, it is perfect best tech action, best tech created action. All of the off-grid knives are made by Best Tech. They used to have a premium line with WE knives, but they moved that premium line, the Elite line, to Bestech as well. And as far as I'm concerned, it's just as well. I think, to me, Bestech is my favorite OEM all around. I do love what Riat does, and they make outstanding stuff. I do love what Wright does. They make outstanding stuff. But all around, most of the knives that I ooh and ah over that are OEM'd are OEM by these guys, by Bestech. So I think Kerry was smart to get everything under one roof because it's a great roof. I love the jimping up here. It extends far enough to really put your thumb down there and get some good gription. And it's more than just indexing. You get good purchase there. And deep carry pocket clip. All of the new off-grid knives are like this, nestled in their little pockets, and then battened down with flathead screws. You don't have to worry about jacking up your pants, or sometimes it's not a matter of jacking up your pants. It's just a matter of it not sinking all the way down to the base of the clip. You know, that can be annoying. All right, so you can see those liners in there are very nicely milled out, big slots milled out of there to keep this reasonably weighted. This has been a folder that I comfortably carry in track pants when I'm at the races. I don't often wear track pants, but you know, around the house. And this is light enough that it doesn't bother me. It's not the lightest, but it's pretty nice. All right, so let me show this with some size comparison knives. Here it is with the 3-inch RSK Mini RSK Mark I. And then the 3.5-inch PM2. So kind of right, that perfect in-between size for EDC that people tend to love so much, that 3¼ length. Couple of standout knives. First of all, let me show it with its big bruiser brother, the Enforcer XL. I mean, this is the Enforcer XL Red Dawn edition, ladies and gentlemen. One of my favorite movies, Red Dawn, the original. The one with Thor was okay, but they took it and they made it so that it was the North Koreans invading and not the Chinese. And I think that was a direct order to the studio. So there it is with the very large Enforcer XL with that full-size 4-inch blade. Just awesome. It's amazing what 3/4 of an inch does. Here it is with one of my favorite knives of a similar blade shape. Though now that I have it next to it, this has much more of a belly. That's the Kubi Vagrant. It's very similar size. Here it is with the awesome Cayman EDC. So it's about the same size, just a different broadness this way. And, oh, this is such a good one right here. That's with the, that's the Street. What the heck is this? The Main Street. It says Little Main Street, but that was a misprint on this first batch. That's just the Main Street. I guess that's about a little more than, you know, it's that long. Okay. And then lastly, one of my new favorites, but this is one I'm late to the party. With the Rich Light handle, this is the Towser K. So a similar sort of reverse Tonto there. I relented, I said it. Also super smooth action. Yeah, this thing is awesome. I really like it. I like having this model in a knife that I'm going to carry in pocket. Must admit, this is a bit much even for me, but it is, man, I got to say, it is the best car knife or truck knife. I mean, you have this in the door and you are good to go. You've got your glass breaking capability. You've got a huge capable knife with a good point if needed, but a long gradual belly, great for slicing, and you get a lot of cutting out of that. Nice flipping action and a flipper, but this right here, this is a pop in your pocket on a daily basis and really bond with sort of knife as far as I'm concerned, because This one, you're not going to leave at home because it's too heavy. It's the perfect length, perfect weight, and it's a lot to hold on to. It gives you a lot to hold on to, but in a kind of a small package. So there you have it. It's the Enforcer by Off Grid Knives.